few days ago, Nintendo posted a couple of job listings for contract workers for 3D computer graphics design as well as level design, with a level design position focusing on world events and dungeons. This news got many people excited, myself included, as it seems Nintendo has listened to player feedback pertaining to the dissatisfaction Zelda fans have with dungeons in Breath of the Wild. Now, while this is big news in and of itself, this may also foreshadow the events of Breath of the Wild 2. We know that Hyrule Castle is undergoing some changes, but the rest of Hyrule may also be affected. With the return of Ganondorf, Hyrule's whole topography could be subject to change, and the landscapes we're so familiar with could be going under the knife. This would make sense as to keep the world of Breath of the Wild the same, but to also add some new areas and places to explore in the sequel. The possibility of a shift in Hyrule's landscapes could present a fresh take on a familiar world and would keep players interested and eager to seek out the new changes. One of the biggest concerns I've seen from people about the sequel is that they don't want to return to a world they feel like they've already completely explored. Changing the layout of Hyrule and unearthing new dungeons and ruins would certainly help liven up the well-known land of Hyrule. How these dungeons could work in Breath of the Wild is a mystery at the moment. There's many different ways they can be implemented into Hyrule, but one theory I have is that there could be a dungeon for every region in Hyrule. The dungeons could be taking the place of the Sheikah Towers, or could be connected to the towers in some way. HMK has a theory suggesting that the Sheikah Towers might be elevators leading down to dungeons, and this would certainly back up the thought of a dungeon for every area. Could also be that dungeons and world events will be taking the place of the shrines in the sequel. We've already seen challenging enemies that roam the wilds of Hyrule that suddenly appear, such as Stone Taluses and Lionels, events similar to the Blood Moon and random Hellions revealing that they are Yiga clan assassins all have their own place in Breath of the Wild, but this could be further expanded to be the challenges that reward players with heart containers or stamina upgrades. Having random boss encounters and pop-up puzzles would essentially take those same concepts that are already in the game, but would create more incentives to complete them. I can't imagine that we'll see more shrines appear, as it really wouldn't make too much sense, and reusing the same shrines from the first Breath of the Wild would pose no challenge to veteran players who already know how to complete them. Something will have to take the place of shrines and divine beasts, and I think with a changing Hyrule, we're going to see a lot of unique dungeons and gameplay possibilities to come from that. But anyways guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think we might be seeing in terms of dungeons and world events in Breath of the Wild 2. Subscribe if you'd like to see more Breath of the Wild 2 content. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. That's going to do it guys. I'll see you in the next one.